ROQ is a scoring method I developed last year to help my clients choose the right or next job opportunity to focus on. It'll help you prioritize your job search by multiplying 3 numerical values assigned to each job category: resources, opportunity, qualifications. There's a lot of advice out there about what to do and what not to do when making a job transition. Some jobs can sound really exciting and cutting edge, but they also can serve as a huge distraction from your career goals. So how do you know whether or not an opportunity is worth your time and energy? Use the ROQ scoring method to help you prioritize your job opportunities and rock your job search. So the first criteria is resources. Let's face it, we're all at different places in life, in our careers, and with our resources. Things like cash in the bank, your internal drive, the time you have available to you, and your overall ability to just mentally weather the storm of a job search should all impact your decision whether to pursue certain job opportunities or not. If you asked me 10 years ago, I was willing to invest a lot of my resources and time into my career advancement. Fast forward today, 2 kids under 5, my time and priorities have shifted. While my bank account may be larger, I'm not willing to spend more time to find that next job. My time and internal drive is simply not there. I'm simply not willing to spend more than a few hours each week, if that, to make a career change. There are no right or wrong answers, and sometimes we can't control all of our resources, like the time when I was laid off without any cash coming back into my fuel tank. I needed my next move to be a quick flight so I could target opportunities that wouldn't take too many resources to land. Ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how easy will it be to accomplish my goal and obtain a job in this industry, in this sector, whatever the category is. You need to determine how long it will take you to land this job because your resources are going to impact that and determine it to some extent. The second criteria is just opportunity. This piece is almost entirely out of our control, but highly important when considering a career move or job transition. How much opportunity in this field is there? Are there mass layoffs or record growth? Is the growth sustainable? What are the market conditions for the industry right now? Research how many job opportunities are available. If there are only 2 openings in your geographic area for this job in the past 3 months, say, that means there's a likelihood of increased competition for those positions. Shifting to a different segment within that industry should be a consideration. While big tech companies may be laying off people in mass droves, maybe smaller startups are on a hiring spree. It's important to take a holistic approach when looking at the market and the opportunity that exists. Ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how much opportunity exists in this space right now? The third criteria is qualifications. This one you have complete control over. How qualified are you for the role? Can you command the salary you need with the skill set you have as it exists today? Or do you need to take the time to build those skills, and you might need to build that into your job search plan? Getting noticed by employers is all about connection points. The more you have in common with them and their needs, the more likely you are to be noticed. Have you held this job before? Do you have experience in the industry? Have you worked in similar environments in regards to volume or revenue or company structure? Do you have the skills that are necessary to perform the role? And can you tell an effective story to convince them of those skills? One important fact that you should not lose sight of is it doesn't matter if you're 70% qualified or 90%. If you meet 90% of the qualifications for the job, doesn't matter. If those 10% you don't meet are the essential qualifications for the job, then it's irrelevant. Don't get hung up on a percentage. If you're missing qualifications, it's going to take you longer. And if they're key qualifications, it could be even very improbable to even land this job. That doesn't mean you have to find a job to obtain those missing skills. You could take some courses, find opportunities to work on a project of your own, or some freelancing to apply those new skills and then build that into your resume and your interviews. But that's a topic for another time. Ask yourself right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many of the key skills and qualifications do I possess today? This is going to impact your job transition timeline and whether or not you're ready to start applying or whether you need to build some skills first. Planning before you start writing a resume is essential. No resume will help you achieve your goals without the right resume plan. Resumes have changed greatly over the last decade, and if you don't view your resume through a marketing lens, that old school documentary style is going to leave you out in the cold this winter. Before you write your next resume, know these things: your timeline to land a job, the resources you have stocked up to get through this transition, the opportunity that exists in the marketplace, and your competition and how well you can compete against them. This will help you determine what resume you're going to write and what plan you're going to implement to land this plane where you want to land it. Knowing these 4 things will help you rock your next resume and your job search. When you're ready, there's 3 ways I can help you. I can help you build a better resume in our Do It Together program, where you have access to all the same tools I do, all of the information on how I write a resume, and you can start drafting this resume and then collaborate with me in 2 resume reviews that are in depth, where we can help you propose edits and give you feedback to get the resume right. Or if you want to shortcut the whole process, you could talk to me for an hour in one of our resume writing packages, and within a week, we'll have your new resume done for you and you don't have to worry about it. Or 3, if you need just a little TLC, sign up for a one-on-one private session. We'll talk for 45 minutes and we'll get your job search back on the right track.